May 20th, 2023, the mail-in ballots were mailed out on the 15th of May. So everybody got them. I got mine. Ballot Tracks contacted me, said it was sent out. I was looking for it. It arrived. But I can't vote. But I can tell you all who to vote for. I can't vote because it's, I just can't. February 6th sealed that deal for me when Assistant City Attorney Michelle Horn told Judge Luxon, when I asked about the Spirit Amendment, that they haven't enforced that law in years. And Judge Luxon's a Democrat, so why would he do any other thing but to concur and award the current government to continue as it has for the last 60 years, promising, let's just go back, promising to eradicate everything while they enable it all in the back door. You know, people with real bad pain, really severe pain that need the opiates under controlled, watchful eye of a doctor. But then we could go on and ask Michael Jackson how that worked out for him. Sorry, Brother Michael. People loved you. So when you see these, like Mayor Webb handily won runoff because he was running against somebody else, and so he won. And this has got nothing to do with being a woman. It's got to do with ability and merits. And Kelly, compared to the merits and the ability of Mike Johnston, is kind of worthless, because all she has is stories about her, reflections about her, and they talk about her and how great she is. She ran the city, she scaled walls, she beat down gang members when they tried to mug her. That's why she had to run from her brothers. I don't know the story. There's all kinds of stories. But one thing for sure is that she has no current stories. And what I do is AIHR or HRAI. What we do is what's been banned in New York City already. We work out of New York anyways, but they have a lot of things coming down that most people have no clue. And the more they talk, they don't realize that they take the identifiers that AI, artificial intelligence, that's working out of a virtual machine that has learning capabilities and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and more layers, and into infinity of possibilities of what a person might say or do, or what a company might make in profits or lose. And it's these special algorithms that we use in different Google operators. If you're working on a Google system, I only know Google. I can't tell you about DuckDuckGo. I can't tell you about people that are hiding their identity. And once you do that, you already go to the dark web, because you have to have a streamline from your computer stuff all the way to your provider, to all the different people in between, before and after, sucking in information about you, finding out what you're all about, not to mention the cookies and stuff that are left behind in a computer that you think you've erased, but they've been able to put it in under a different name, and then they watch you and watch you and watch you. That's why I don't do anything really worthwhile on my computers that could amount to anything. You heard me? So when you think about Kelly and her bloviated past and bloviated future, and she's going to do this and this to Denver, she should have done it many years ago, like I did. cityandcountyofdenver.us, cityandcountyofdenver.com, .org, .net. And what happened is we blew the first Denver City Summit. They should have had high school kids parading down the street and showing our love for our fellow North Americans, and doing all the Shahana Shisa, bah. But we don't. You know what I mean? And so when Kelly's always the party, but there's no after party, there's no before party, it's just Kelly party. And when you understand how to read this stuff, see, she wouldn't get. I'd be talking to the people that do the hiring, which is me, but I'd be telling the CEO who happens to love Kelly's smile and her go get 'em attitude, and she knows how to make that special heart sign that she puts on her chest, like "I love you guys." Oh, I'm Kelly, huh? You know. So the job that she's thinking that it's made for a man, made for a woman, or it's a man's job, but it's made for a woman, and you've got all these different people popping out like little jack in the boxes, and look at us, you know. And Kelly really doesn't have anything. Where Mike Johnston, he has a lot more than Kelly. He doesn't have all those people that, for whatever reason, have caused our crime and everything to go out of control to still be the same thing with Kelly, which was kind of be the same thing with Mike. The only difference is that Mike brings a new set of friends, and then that might be the rock bottom that we need to catapult the government into the direction it should go and the way it's digitalized to go, and no one in the IT department of anybody can fuck that up. It's been sealed. It happened in Andrew Luxon's courtroom, 414, case number 2023 CV54. So it was sealed, and I knew it. I even wrote it in my complaint and in my affidavit. I pretty much cleared out what I needed to, and I knew that that content would be digitalized. And once it's digitalized, that's what artificial intelligence will use now as a model and or a schematic template, if you will, to make everything better in our court system, because our judges are working way too hard. They don't need to. They have the wrong IT people telling them. You got Kelly Bra. What has she built? This was if I was Kelly. No, if I was Kelly, I would be worried. But see, they might be able to pull it off because they if they're able to go and have a judge concur and rule in favor of the city of Denver and Paul Lopez in regards to the Spear Amendment, which I couldn't get anybody to ever acknowledge. And then on January 17th, I saw these algorithms. I got these alerts, man. They were popping. I was like, oh, fuck, what's going on? And then I took the biggest perpetrator, which was Colorado Newsline or something like that, the tumor gang. And they were writing about how I didn't get enough signatures. And I didn't even have them until the 19th. But see, I already have alerts so that when these lower level updates come on into their websites or what they built and they don't really index it, I know how to index it. To where I'll find it. I won't, but AI does it for me because I have alerts. So whenever, John Kanukanacha, if he farts, we'll know because he'll go tell somebody. And all we got to do is hear his voice, pick up on one phone. This is what police are going to learn. Some of them are starting to learn. They just can't believe it. And so when they talk about privacy and all this kind of stuff, when you're out there in the World Wide Web and you got your ass, your whole face, everything out there, you're already out there. And all those people that like to put cheese whiz pictures of themselves, other countries, they're using avatars. They're building. That's what I have. I'm verified to build avatars that are verified by Google, and your avatars can have credit cards and do all kinds of cool shit. But Google got to know who the main character behind that avatar is, and that's what we build for people. And so a lot of people are doing it wrong. And Kelly, I'm telling you, we need to vote for Mike Johnson. I can't vote because then everything I worked for, the fight for Mayor Spear, who died in office. That's why I do this. I stumbled across his grave, going to another funeral for somebody, and that guy's not let go of me, folks. And for those that don't believe and think I'm crazy and all that, hey, you live here too, man. Why don't you go walk around the graveyard and find out what you stumble across. Keep an open mind, keep your heart open, and watch the souls that have been left behind that'll talk to you. It's fucking amazing. I'm telling you, Central American Indian, but I believe all men have these capabilities. They just been brainwashed over the centuries in Oregon, and they killed all those witches that were misunderstood of what they could and couldn't do. And everybody did things for bad, everybody did good, some people didn't give a fuck, and it was the reason people didn't give a fuck. Good people stopped doing good things, and they just let the bad people rule. And then we had Sodom and Gomorrah, and we're basically at that moment now, but in the book of Matthew.